Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So I just wanted to come on here and just say a few brief words about David Leland, the actor, writer and director who just passed away at the age of 82 on Christmas Eve 2023. Now I don't know a huge amount about David Leland, but he does have a couple of films in his filmography that I am particularly fond of. So I just wanted to mention a few things here. Now really he's not so much known for his acting, more for his writing and directing, and he certainly throughout his career had associations with the Monty Python crew from his theatre days, as well as George Harrison and some of the Beatles, and that was more to do with Handmade Films, which was a production company that George Harrison was involved in. Now when it comes to TV, perhaps his first most significant writing credit was for a play that was directed by Alan Clark in 1982, and that was Made in Britain, starring a young Tim Roth as a skinhead. Now I haven't seen that drama in a long time, so I'd like to actually revisit that, but yeah, that was quite a significant drama at the time, as was a lot of Alan Clark's dramas. But really in terms of writing and directing, the significant period that we're talking about for David Leland was sort of 1986, 1987. 1986, as a writer, he was involved in a film that's in the Criterion collection, and it is Mona Lisa, directed by Neil Jordan, who also did The Crying Game, and starring Bob Hoskins and Michael Caine. Really, really good drama, this one, and David Leland did an excellent script for that. And then his first film as a director, and one which he also wrote, is a film that I'm particularly fond of, and it's this one, Wish You Were Here. This starred a young Emily Lloyd, and it really catapulted her into stardom, and she then went off to the States after this to make a few films there. But yeah, really, really wonderful and touching drama this, quite very funny as well as being very dramatic, co-starring Tom Bell in this, and based on the young life of Cynthia Payne, who was a sort of brothel madam in adulthood. And David Leland revisited that theme actually by writing the script for this film, which is Personal Services, and this one was directed by Terry Jones. So this deals with Cynthia Payne's adult life, played by Julie Walters. And comedic in tone, it's really looking at the sort of kinky, perverse nature of what people get up to when they go and see a brothel madam like Cynthia Payne. So a lot of cross-dressing and use of toys in terms of their sexual activities. Now I must admit I don't love this movie, but it is actually worth seeing for sure, Personal Services. But definitely out of the two, Wish You Were Here is absolutely my favourite. Now, just to briefly mention a few other things, so David Leland was involved as one of the directors on Band of Brothers, and he did episode 6, Bastogne, and he actually won an Emmy for that. This is the Band of Brothers box set, which just opens out in a sort of concertina format like this. And then he also got involved in directing a few musical videos, and really because of his association with George Harrison, then that included videos for George Harrison himself, Paul McCartney, the Travelling Wilburys, which comprised of some of the Beatles members, and Tom Petty. And then for Tom Petty himself, and he actually did the music video for I Won't Back Down, which is one of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' significant hits from about 1990. And then in 2002, he was involved as director for this, which was Concert for George, a tribute to George Harrison. Quite an extensive concert, this one, that involved the likes of Eric Clapton, Billy Preston, Ravi and Anushka Shankar, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, etc. So yeah, a big concert, this one. Okay, certainly there's more to David Leland's career than I have just mentioned, but those are the ones which are significant to me. So yeah, take some time to look up his filmography, and certainly, like I say, Wish You Were Here is definitely a recommendation, as would be Mona Lisa. Absolutely adore both of those films. Okay, thanks very much for joining me on this video. Like I say, this was just a brief tribute to David Leland. But hopefully I will see you again on some more videos. Thanks for joining me on this one. All the best to you. Bye-bye.